Hey guys, this is Danielle. I'm going to do a 3D fiber lash mascara tutorial for you today. You have your implanting gel and you have your fibers. A lot of gals like to do a base coat of their regular mascara first. I don't do mine that way. So I'd like to show you what I do and how I've kind of played around with it and the tips and tricks that work for me. There's many different ways to do it as long as you do gel, fiber, gel. You can add your regular mascara before, after, during, whatever you want to do. You just need to make sure you do your gel, you do your fibers, and then you seal it with your gel. Other than that, you can experiment and find what works best for you. So this is kind of what I found works best for me. First and foremost, I always pull my fibers out. And when they're, see how they're kind of fluffy right there? I kind of just like take it like that, you know, just make sure that it's, so we don't want clumps. There. You can see how it's, I'm trying to get that in there. It's a little less, it's more fluffy and less like foot frilly. And then I kind of just leave it in my tube right there like that, ready to go. Now my implanting gel, I figured out that if I twist it, so you can, if you notice, like, okay, you're like ready for your gels and you bring it out like this, it can get really clumpy. So what I do is I tend to just twist it and I continue twisting as I pull it out. And then I just need to wipe just this bottom part and it works very nicely for me. So then I always do my bottom eyelashes first and I don't do fibers. So I go ahead and just do this. Just the gel. You can add fibers to your bottom lashes if you want to, or you can just use the implanting gel as a mascara alone. Now I do work one eye at a time, but in stages. So actually what I would do is then come over and do my second eye on the bottom because I'm not going to be adding fibers to it. So then I twist, pull it up. And then after I've let these dry, I will run a little brush through them. Sometimes I go back over here and just make sure I got everything coated that I want, making them dark and thick. So they look kind of like curly and stuck together right now. But I'm going to actually go back and brush through them, and then I'll take a Q-tip when I'm all the way finished and I'll just go and collect any gel or any fibers that fall when I'm finished. So then what I do is I start this eye and then I'll move to this eye. But it's really important that when I do this eye, I put the gel on and then I add the fibers immediately. Then I let this set while I move over to this eye. Then I'll do the gels and then I'll do the fiber. Now, if you choose to do it this way, you need to be really careful that you don't forget to add the gel on top of the fibers that you've placed. Otherwise, they're going to get into your eye, they're going to get all over your face, and it's going to be a huge ordeal. So what I do, I'll do my twist, comes out nice and clean, and I like to really saturate my eye. I like to really take my time. Some girls like to go fast, and you can. That might work better for you. I've found that I cannot go fast. It just does not work for me. I need to really take my time. I kind of go back and forth and then up. And as you can see, my eyelashes are amazing from this product. Like, they are so healthy and long, when a couple weeks ago they were really short and stubby from having lash extensions. So you want to make sure that you get it really saturated, but not too much because you don't want it to be clumpy. So as soon as you're done with that, you're going to take these and then you're going to add them. And you don't want to add too many fibers at one time because it can look clumpy. It's a lot better to build than to try and just get one thick coat going. Okay, so I just kind of go and make sure everything's sticking. So then what I do is, these are drying and kind of sticking onto the gel. That's when I'll put the transplanting gel on this eye. And then I'll go back to this eye. So like I said, I take my time, I kind of squiggle back and forth and really just get my eyelashes really saturated. I love my eyelashes. They're my babies. They're kind of like the pride of my face, so I just take extra care with them. A lot of gals can do this super fast. I'm just somebody who tends to take it a little bit more slowly, but that's the beauty about this product. You can go fast and end up with amazing eyelashes. I've found that I just can't get it to work for me, but I know some of my friends who just literally whip this out and do it in 30 seconds and they're done. So it's kind of just like a personal, I don't know, just a personal skill. Like I just tend to take a little bit more time with mine. It's the only way I know how to do them. So as you can see, like adding these fibers just adds so much thickness and volume. It's pretty incredible. And so then I just kind of let those dry. Like, look at that. How amazing. Oh my gosh. So now I'll move back to this eye because I gotta replant the gel on top and that's gonna seal them in. So then I'm gonna go do that. And again, I kind of just really do this really well. And then when I'm done with both of these eyes, I actually take my regular mascara and I do one final coat with my regular mascara. And for me, I found that I really like the way that this looks. They just look soft and fluffy. So now I'm going to move back to this eye and coat this because this is going to seal those fibers on. It's very important. You cannot miss this step or you're going to be hurting in a bad way. Also, when you're doing this, you don't want your fibers to be any lower than mid-lash. Your gel can coat your entire eyelashes. It has ingredients that actually promote lash growth and health. Those are it's very good to put on your entire lash, and that's going to help seal those fibers. But the fibers need to start at mid-lash and up. Okay, so now I've done gel, fibers, gel, gel, fibers, gel. Okay, and then I just have the gel on my bottom lashes. I just take one of these like brow brushes. This is what I found has worked the best for me. Just want to make sure there's no lint or anything on it. Sometimes that happens in your makeup bucket. And then basically I just go and do this. And I just kind of like brush through my lashes. I don't like adding the gels on my bottom lashes unless I'm going out like a night on the town. And generally when I add my fibers, I don't brush the bottom part. But see how that kind of just makes them look softer when I just kind of spaced them out, brushed them. I think it makes a really big difference in how it looks. And then you can see little fibers. I mean, like there's a little bit and a little bit here on the top. There shouldn't be too many. Once you've kind of got this down, there's not as many fibers all over your face. When you're first starting out, don't be surprised if you have black all over your face. There is a little bit of a learning curve, but seriously, practice makes perfect. And in a couple of days, you are going to be so enrolled with your new 3D mascara that you will never go back. So don't give up. Give it a couple of days. Contact me, contact your unique rep, whoever, and we are totally here to help you. No problem. Like I said, there's a learning curve. So don't be surprised if it's kind of like you're a little stressed out at first. It took me, honestly, it took me like 2 weeks. It doesn't take that long for most people. It really doesn't. So don't give up. Keep doing it. Practice, practice, practice. And then before I clean up my fibers around my eyes, I'm going to actually take my L'Oreal mascara, and I just do one coat of my regular mascara. I just feel like it just adds so much to the 3D, and I just love the way that my lashes look. They just look soft and long, and I get compliments on them all the time. Do you kind of like that difference it made? It kind of just is that extra touch. So yeah, don't be afraid to use your regular mascara. I found that wearing this over my fiber lashes, I do not get irritated like I do when I just wear it alone. And I think part of it's because I'm not using as much. I'm just doing a simple coat from mid-lash and up. And so it's not really touching my eye or my skin or anything like that. And I'm not using as much as I would have to just pack this on when I used it alone. And I don't have to do that now. So I'm finding that's making a really big difference in the quality of my eye sensitivity. Okay, so now here I am finished. I've done my gel, my fibers and my gel on the top, just the gel, implanting gel on my lower lashes, and I've brushed them. Now I'm completely finished. So what I do is I just kind of look in the mirror and see if there's anything here. You don't need to press down. This is like fuzzy, so it will literally collect anything that, any fiber or anything that's on your cheek, under your eye, or above on your eyelid. And it just works really well. I always have a couple of these handy. I was going through probably like 3 or 4 of these when I first started doing the mascara, and now I'm down to just one side because that's how much I've improved. So there we go. These are my 3D Fiber Lash Mascara eyes, and I love them. Also, I'm wearing Passionate eyeliner. It's a gorgeous purple. I'm wearing Curious, Sexy, and Sassy eye pigments. And on my lips, I have Perky eyeliner, or lip pencil with Luscious on top. I'm wearing our moisturizer, our face and eye primer, and BB cream in the color cream. And I also have Prim Precision Eye Pencil on my brows. Thanks for watching, and I hope this tutorial was helpful.